Alright, this is Kevin with Apollo Plumbing. We're out here at 13980 Southwest Shireva in Lake Oswego doing a sewer scope for customer Cindy. We're currently accessing the sewer through a 4-inch cast iron cleanout located behind the house. Sewer line does go that way. Back to the corner fence behind that green fencing. We were out here last year looking at the sewer. We know about a main root intrusion. So we're going to zero the foot counter right here at the base. We got 4-inch cast iron sewer. Cast iron sewer does display heavy corrosion, scale buildup. It's common for the age. The lifespan of cast iron sewer is 60 to 80 years. More favorably towards 60 is what's common, but this does show internal corrosion, channeling, scale buildup. We see a gasket right here. Gaskets do display the thickness of the pipe. When these pipes are new, you can't see that gasket because they butt up together, and that's how I kind of gauge the thickness of the cast. So it is getting to the end of its lifespan. So as a proactive measure, I would recommend to address that. But we know there is a root intrusion down here. So right there we have a wipe that hangs up on that scale as it gets very coarse and jagged, so it can cause issues there because that's a common sign of a initial buildup that could cause a backup. So another gasket here. I would recommend to update this whole system, but for direct issues or immediate concerns would be root intrusions, bellies, offsets, holes, damage to the pipe. Could use a clean too. We got some heavy corrosion here. Yeah, right next to that gasket, you can see on the right and left side, the scaling is really starting to build up. It's really coarse. Here's another wipe building up on a piece of cast iron pipe. I believe at 85 feet is where we had a root intrusion last year. And let's see how that scale's getting pretty bad. Just getting really coarse. This does run right between some dug fir trees. Customer did say they are going to be removing some trees. So here we have a dive at 78, and there's the root. Oh yeah, it did grow. It got considerably bigger. I can show in the last year's photo it was about maybe an eighth or a quarter of this size. That's getting pretty big. So we could just do an isolated spot repair on that. I can feel the tension from that root pushing by. We can do an isolated spot repair with the CIPP, the no dig option, 10-year warranty, Apollo, 50-year manufacturer. Digging would be invasive, and it would require that tree protection plan I talked about and a potential arborist. So I would favor lining in this one due to the location, depth, and the trees, proximity of Lake Oswego. But you can see as I pull the camera back, the bottom of the pipe, it's very fragile, kind of breaking away from just the camera pushing through it. So that's why I recommended the lining. There is that root. This root's located about 10 foot in depth, between 9 and 10. But we can line that 5-foot section, or we can line this whole approximately 90-foot section sewer with a full line replacement, or the 5-footer. Either way, they both come with a warranty. But as I'm pulling this camera back, I can see just pieces of cast coming back on my cable. There's that white. was stuck there. Yeah, that's something you got to watch out for. Is eventually those will pile up and then just plug up the sewer. Yeah, there's that gasket there. Yeah, the pipe's just getting pretty thin. That's how you gauge that. You see that buildup. So we'd be looking at either a 5-foot spot repair, CIPP, or excavation. The CIPP is going to be more cost effective on the long run, especially with arborists for excavation. And the lining is the better way to go, I think, due to like Oswego location sewer warranty and just the cost itself. Yeah. Back on 20 feet. We would do a general cleaning on the sewer prior to lining, so the sewer would be clean. But keep in mind, as you clean these sewers more with all this scale, which is rust, you knock that rust away, the pipe does get thinner and thinner. So that's why I would recommend full line replacement to consolidate your time, energy, and money on this. Most of the cost of lining is mobilizing the team here. Okay, so we're back at the clean out. I'll do another little walk around video showing the area and access. And we'll end the video here. Thank you.